Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Melissa, and after many years of wanting to ride motorcycles, I finally was able to get my first one this year. Today we're going to go over 5 techniques to start mastering as a new rider. When I first started earlier this year, I looked high and low for a video like this, but could not find one. So it's my hope that you'll be able to benefit from what I've learned so far this year and be able to shorten your own learning curve for when you get started. So if you don't have your own motorcycle quite yet, that's totally okay, no big. You'll be able to practice most of these without one. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so first tip that I have for you guys is equal weight distribution through your seat. If you have more weight in one seat bone over the other, you're gonna be imbalanced for no reason, and it's a really easy fix. All you have to do is find your seat bones, which if you're on your motorcycle or in a chair or on your couch, well, maybe not necessarily on your couch, that might be hard to feel, but wherever you're sitting, you might have to wiggle around, but you'll just go ahead and find your seat bones and where they are. And what you want to think of is your bike being the outlet and your seat bones being the prongs that go into the outlet. So as soon as you get on your bike, you sit, you plug in. You want to make sure that your weight is equally distributed through both of those seat bones so that you're not putting all your weight in the right or the left. We'll go ahead and take a look at what this actually looks like. Tip number 2 that I have for you guys is keeping your upper body nice and relaxed and loose. So there's a big difference between riding here and riding here. Just like your car has shocks, your motorcycle has shocks as well. So it's gonna absorb some of that force when you run over something like a pothole, crack, dips in the road, etc. But you're gonna be able to handle it a lot better if you're here versus right here. If you are in your riding position and your back is tight, your arms are tight, and you go over something, you're gonna hit it, and that force is going to go all the way directly through your joints. Versus when your arms are loose and relaxed down, you're gonna be able to absorb that shock a lot better if you go over something. If you do find yourself out on the road tensing up a lot, one tip that I personally use is taking a deep breath in, and on my exhale, plugging back into my seat and sitting back down and relaxing back into my bike. Number 3 that we have for you guys today is mastering your head and torso coordination. You should be able to move them separately from one another and use them in tandem. When you're turning or going through a curve, your eyes should be looking where you're going, and your bike is also going to turn along with you. You always want to be looking 5 to 10 seconds ahead because you will go where you look. In tandem with this, we want to be able to turn your head from side to side on its own without your chest or torso moving. So this is going to come in real handy when you're changing lanes. What you don't want to do is be looking back and your whole bike curve with you, and then you accidentally change lanes ahead of time before it's safe. So what you want to be able to do in practice is keeping everything straight or in the current position that you're in, and then turning your head from side to side. You might have noticed this before when you're driving your car. There's something on the side of the road and you're looking at it and your car starts to drift towards it. So we as humans tend to go where we look to master that head to torso coordination so that you can move your head independently from the rest of your body. Cool. All right, that means we're ready for tip number 4, which is gripping the tank with your knees. There's a big difference between keeping your thighs on versus having them off. So when your thighs are actually on, you can hold that tank and help absorb some of that force when you're stopping. When you stop on a motorcycle, all of that weight is transferred forward with that momentum. So by having your knees on the tank, you're able to grip and stop yourself from sliding forward when you actually stop. Obviously, I'm a girl, but especially if you're a guy, think of the boys. You definitely want to have those thighs on and your knees gripping that tank. So an example of not gripping your tank would be sitting here with your thighs out. What you want is the internal rotation of your thighs to press on and grip that tank. All right, 5th and final tip that I have for you guys is throttle hand fatigue. One thing that I noticed a couple of weeks ago was my hand was getting super tired for no reason. What I didn't freaking realize was that my throttle was actually getting stuck on. So if you want to join us in that adventure, we already covered that in this troubleshooting episode, so you can go ahead and click here, or the link will be in the description as well. You should have a relatively flat wrist when you ride, not cranked down or cranked up. What you're doing when you have a death grip on your throttle is you're not allowing the rest of your body to do any work for you. So one thing that I like to think of if I catch myself gripping a bit too tight, my hand's getting a little bit too tired, is I think about putting a little bit of extra weight down in my wrist, not to break the wrist all the way, but just a little extra weight down. That's going to do is activate the muscles in your forearm, and that's going to relieve some of that pressure that you're putting all in your hand. All right, guys, so hopefully that added some tools to your tool belt as a new rider and made you look at things from a different perspective. If anything resonated with you, or if you have anything to add, please leave a comment below, because I would love to hear from you. Don't forget to like this video, and I would love to have you along for the joyride, so click that subscribe button too, and we'll catch you next time. Solid.
That was good.
All right.
Cool.
What am I talking about? Tense. Oh yeah, okay, thank you. Thank you. That's not doing anything that we practiced.
3, 2, 5.
Nope.
Can I ride it?
No. Sorry.
Probably fall off. I have a dirt bike.
Go ahead.